Hello everybody and welcome back to another one of my videos. Today I'm down at the allotment again. We've had a lot of rain so I didn't get to come down, and as I come down I can see there's a few jobs for me to do. The grass is taking over again, so I've got to sort that out the next time I'm down here. And I've got a lot of these plants to tie up. Sorry about the aeroplane noise again. That can't be helped down here. So I've got my cho-cho, and as you can see, every time I touch something, I just broke the top off of it, but it should still be alright. So I'm just gonna see how I can attach this to the pole. I haven't seen no flowering from this yet, so the amount of rain and the weather that we've been having is not helping matters. Meanwhile I'm doing this, I'm checking the leaves, making sure that everything is healthy. As you can see, it's grown up and it should be over the arbour by now, but that's how things go sometimes. You just have to do the best you can with things. So I'm just tying this up. And I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all those subscribers that are coming on board now. We're getting quite a flux of subscribers coming over to the channel now, so I appreciate that. Got to get this one right in. It shows that we're doing something right. We're getting a lot of comments in the comment section. Just trying to see how to do this one, because I usually use the cable ties. They have a cable tie what's for gardening, like a thin one what does this, but I haven't got none of that, so I just have to use this twisty tie. I thought this cho-cho would have been flowering by now, but it's not doing it yet. Right, so I've got that tied up. I've got a tomato sitting here, and you can see that's really bushed up. Got another runner here. I don't want to put everything onto the same thing, so I've got my French beans down here. They're coming over this, well, they're flowering up and they're starting to run and catch onto the netting and everything, so there. And I can see the corns are doing quite well. They need a good weed out. Everything needs weeding out and sorting out, but you only can do so much. Ouch. Right, so I've done that. So the next thing what I've got to do, you can see my tomatoes need thinning out. I've got to see if I can do some of that. No, I better do it without my gloves. So I've got to thin this out, so to give it a bit more air going into the plant itself. You can see it's really bushy and it just needs thinning out. So I'm going to do that and then I'll be back with you in a minute. Right everybody, so I'm still pruning out my tomatoes. As you can see, got a lot of it taken out already. Just letting as much air in as I can. So I'm just looking for the ones what ain't doing anything and just snipping those off. It's getting down in there, which was a problem for my back. These have really bushed up, but got most of it out. Just giving more of a chance. Sorry about the aeroplane noise as usual. Every time we switch on the camera, you get that noise. So that's the best I can do for now. Because there's a lot of different varieties of tomatoes on it. I can see some nice big beefy ones down the bottom on this side. I just need to air this out. Just giving that a chance to get some air going through it. See some nice tomatoes down there, but they're getting smothered. There's tigers, cherries, everything's in here. Money makers, you name it's in here. So I made sure I got a good mix of tomatoes. And then in between it I've got a, I don't know what this is, if it's a pumpkin. Don't know if it was from my neighbour accidentally spilled some seeds, but you can see don't know what that is, if it's a courgette or pumpkin. But I'm gonna leave it there, and then I was gonna pull it all out, but it's got fruit on it, so leave it there for now. So just trying to make sure that I get in between and down, which is not happening at the moment. Making sure that everything's got air. I've got a good supply of air going through it, because I can see tomatoes everywhere. So that's what you do, you prune your, don't be afraid to prune. Some people just leave their one, but when I'm at home I'll leave it because there's more space. Right, so this side's got a lot of air going down there. I can see a lot of tomatoes down the bottom, but because it's wet at the moment, try not to stretch my back too much. Otherwise when I go home now I know about it. So just getting all the bottom stems, these ones what ain't, these big large ones what ain't doing anything, and just leaving the stems of your tomato. You can see I've got a bindweed in there somewhere. Gotta get that out. That's a bindweed that was wrapping around something. So that's that. Right. Can see when I planted the corn the last time I've lost 2, maybe 3, but those was one what someone gave me. I don't know if they'll come onto anything, but they're in already. This tomato here as well. Need to prune some of this out as well. You know, you have to give everything a chance. Just go around, just check for the bigger stems and just take those out, and then you'll be alright. Giving the tomato more air. So we've got a lot of air going through them now. So you should see your tomatoes come on leap and bounds. I know a lot of people's done this already. And I must apologise for our videos being behind. It's only because I have other photography commitments. I'm a photographer, so when I film the videos, they're piled up, and then I have to, because I'm editing pictures, I have to get someone else to edit the YouTube videos for me. So I know they've got their commitments as well, so you just have to bear with us. Just keep watching. Even if you don't learn nothing what you can use for this year, there's always next year's gardening season. And I know some people already preparing themselves for that. We haven't had the weather what we want for this time of the year, because someone was telling me last week they came down here and it was hailstones in July. And I said, you know, that's one of the weather conditions what we have. So, you know, you just have to do what you can. Here, in this bed here, these are all wet now. I was hoping that these would have been dried out. Got my onions still in. Still got onions in here. This is a shallot. I'm gonna have to leave those in the sun. I've got this side to dig out. You can see how much the grass is taken over. But there's onions in there. Not very big onions. Some are big. That's a nice size one. But they need to dry out. Some little ones in there. So I've got onions still in here in this bed. but they need to come out and dry. We'll put them somewhere to dry. Ideally you should be pulling them out when the soil's dry. Right, so I'm coming up here now. Just going to check all my plants. Oh, this is my pepino. See a couple of leaves on there what I don't like, so I'll take those off. I can see it's starting to flower. It's got little flower on there. This is my pepper. And can see butterflies around. And so what you have to do is constantly check under your leaves now, because these are out. This one I don't like the look of, so that leave's coming off. This one's coming off. This one's coming off as well. So when I see leaves like that, I'll take them off. Put the energy back into the this is a yellow courgette. I've been happy with that so far, even if it doesn't give me any more. The amount what I've had off of there is absolutely amazing. You see my peppers coming on now. The black ones, I picked some of these black chilies the other day. So those are coming on leap and bounds. Got my pumpkins which are coming over. I might have to move this pot next time I come down, because I don't want it to get smothered. Right, so these are my cucumbers. Don't know what I've done with my no, these are pumpkins, sorry. So I don't know what I've done with my cable tie. So I'm going to get my tie and I'll be back with you in a minute. Right everyone, I was just coming to tie this one up and it's broken off that much. That's what happens to some of your plants. You go to do something to them and they're so fragile that sometimes you're better off just leaving them, but when they need tying up, you've got to tie them up just to keep them going in one direction, really. Right, so got this one here. Sometimes I don't want to touch them because they're just so fragile that you need them going upwards. I can't really tie that one on there. Right, see my beetroots down there. The leaves are getting a bit rotten, so I've got to check those next time I come down. I had this is my butternut squash. I can see a few down there now. Don't know if my cameraman can come round. There's a few female ones on there. It's my other pumpkin. So, and then the courgettes, as you know, they just keep coming. Got loads at home. My sunflowers reflowered again. So, you know, it's just a matter of you trying to keep on top of everything. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. I see a lot of pollinators around. So I'm just trying to get there's a lot of pollinators, but because it's wet, you just got to wait until when the bees do their thing. Once they've done their thing, then you're all right. But I see quite a few pumpkins on there. A lot of few female ones on there, so you know that you're getting somewhere. Right, so next step I've got to do, I've got to go in my polytunnel. You can see every time you come down here, got to just check everything. You can see this grass is a pain in the neck. This sort of grass. It's not coming up in the pots, it's coming up in between. It's coming up in between the pots from the ground. You can see the sweet potatoes, lovely and healthy, taking over, all on the floor and everywhere. I can see some watermelons on. I planted that pot up there, but I thought it was physalis, but to me it's looking a lot like that's looking a lot like callaloo to me, but I'm gonna have to leave it a bit longer and see. Got water dripping down from the sides, because I can't remember if I had any callaloo seeds left, but that is looking a lot like callaloo instead of physalis. I've got my okras down here, what is getting smothered. I saw someone there the last time, but my watermelon, don't know why it's not looking healthy as it should do. My banana plant, I'm going to take off this leaf, I don't like the look of this leaf. Anytime when you don't like the look of something, just take it off. Got some couple on here. Right, so that's my D.W.W. You can see I repotted it, and since I repotted it, started shriveling up. It's my lemon. This is another form of papaya. My guava and my orange, my pepinos. Come in. My sugar cane, you can see is looking nice. It's a sugar cane, nice and strong and healthy. This is another pepino. This one here, got to trim off some of these leaves that I don't like the look of. I just put this one here just to keep it out of the way for now. And this is a sweet potato what I brought from home. This is one of the last ones what I planted. You see it's coming on now, so leaving it there. That banana plant what you see is really I'll bring it out and show you. This is a banana plant. What happened is when I was separating them, this one didn't have no roots, so I brought it down here. Let me chop off this and chop off this one, give it a little bit more energy, and it didn't have no roots. So now what it's done, the main one's died, and you can see sending out a sucker there. So leave that there and have another banana plant. These ones down there are doing all right. They've sent off suckers, so there's 2 in each of those pot. You see my cantaloupe melon, it's doing all right. Just some of these leaves what I don't like the look of. Just take those off, which are the ones down the bottom, but apart from that it's all healthy. This is my tomato plants what's in here. You can see it's healthy, but the tomatoes are just starting to come now. And I've got all the cantaloupe up in there as well, so there's a nice big one down in the middle there. There's this one at the front, and then there's 2 down there on the floor. Just leave those ones down there. There's some down there, one in the middle there. So there's first time I've grown melons, so they're coming on leaps and bounds. This was at home, so see a lot of holes in it, so I'm just hoping there ain't no snails or anything in there, because I don't want to introduce no snails into the polytunnel. But every time I come I open it up, these polytunnels, I'm looking into what I'm going to be doing for next year already, because this polytunnel, although it's all right, but they're not well constructed. It wasn't expensive when I brought it, but I mean you would expect to get a few years out of it, but I see it starting to have holes, rip on where the windows are. I've not even opened up that window and it's got a tear in it already. Let my cameraman go in and show you. It's got a tear in there already. It's got a hole in the back up the top there. There at the back where the where the poles come through, which has got a cap on it and it's still gone through. It sags a lot, as you can see. But I mean it gives off a lot of moisture, as you can see. That if I shake it, it's like a waterfall. So it's doing what it's meant to be doing, but it's just one of those things what you've got to treat with a bit of caution and that. Right, so I've weeded up my tomatoes what I wanted to do, and I've got my thing. So I don't need to water up out here because the soil is quite damp. We've had a lot of rain. It's just that top bit what I'm going to go up to in a minute. got out some of my tomatoes. Still got some when it's a bit dry, then I can kneel down and I can get to the bottom ones. But can see my cucumbers are coming on leap and bound. Everything's coming on. Right, so what I need to do now, I just need to water some of these plants. So that means me mixing up. I've got these peppers what I need to put out as well, but they're all right for now. They're all right in there. So everything is coming on along nicely. The only, as you can see, with this polytunnel, as soon as the air hits it, you can see it's moving right back. And when I done this polytunnel, I dug right down, put the thing, it was really tight, and then all of a sudden, you open up the zip, after a couple of weeks, you see it start sagging everywhere and dipping and blowing all over the place. But the plants inside it are happy enough, as you can see. I have a temperature in here of some 24. Right, let me see my sweet potatoes. I can see the dirt is dry on them, so I've got to water. This is dry on top, so I've got to. I think the best thing for me to do is just take out the hose on them. This watermelon, don't know what's wrong with that one. It's healthy and running, but it looks like it's black and the leaves are looking shriveled up to me. I don't know if it's got some insect infestation or something on it. I just don't know what's wrong with it. But I'm gonna my papaya there, one of them just starting to, I think I've lost one. Just I can just see the stem and a few little things. I don't think it is going to come back. Sweet potatoes running all along the ground everywhere. You know, there's not a lot you can do. See how long it's training. So that's everything there. Right. Right, so I'm gonna get the hose out, just water those things in there, then I'll be back with you in a minute. Right everybody, so I'm down at my top bed, which is my squashes, my pumpkins and my petite pans and everything. I've got to weed up in between these as well, but my back is telling me no. See stuff like that in there, and then I've got to try and train it so that it goes back up that way. See pumpkins on there. I want it to, don't want it coming down here. So next time I come down, we've got to do some strimming and then tackle these weeds what's up here. Just seeing what these ones are doing. Got some nice big pumpkins down there. can see some nice Bangladesh ones down there. Try and get in there without stepping on anything. Can see just is that Bangladesh? No, that's not a Bangladesh. That's on most probably a Crown Prince or something. Got nice big ones in between. So we've got, my cameraman didn't catch that. Got some nice size ones in between. So it's just as this is a Bangladesh one, these ones with the leaves. Just checking them where it's running to. Can't see nothing on these Bangladesh ones, which is meant to be a sweet variety. So hopefully we should be alright. So that's everything. So as you can see, this is the Yacon Inca Red. You can see it's coming on leaps and bounds. Don't know much about it or how tall it gets, but I'm just trying to keep on top of the weeds around the root. Or people call it ground apple. So you can see it's nice and healthy, getting nice leaf system. It's meant to flower as well. So if you like our videos, please remember to like, share and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell another friend. If you want to leave a comment in the comment section, you can also do that. We do answer all of them, what we can. People are leaving a lot of comments, so if you're not don't get up one straight away, bear with us. And then we'll be back with you in a minute. Alright, be back in a minute. Right everyone, so sorry about how to cut that off a bit quick. It was one of the committee members just telling me that people's complaining about I've been going around filming their plots, which is something I wouldn't do without asking someone's permission. He said he stood up for me, so you know, you always get complainers and moaners down here who make up things, but that's how it goes. So if you're liking the videos, like, share and subscribe. Watch the videos, watch everything, don't just watch a bit of it, watch everything. And if you want to leave comments on anything and we will get back to you. So thanks for watching this one, and I'll see you all on the next one. You take care.